But I don't know what am I doing. Let me try myself. That's good. Working. Let's try this. Play. Okay, let me try doing it on my computer. So I'm gonna switch to my other headset real quick and play it
Okay.
on my PC. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to put myself on mute here, and I'll be right back. All right?
Yep. It's time to hunt the Megalodon. Oh god, I gotta wait 4 minutes. Go for sales. Bears family.
All right, I'm back. That's
How?
good. I
Really?
liked it. Yeah, short to the point. I actually laughed a bit. It's like that whole like you're supposed to feel bad or something.
Oh yeah.
It's just so
No.
so like yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened last year. I had frickin' my fucking Zoomer friends. They were telling me, "Oh, you're not supposed to be happy on Canada's Day. We're evil colonizers." And I was like, "What the? I'm not here to feel miserable. There's fireworks going on inside." That's the reason I fucking made Zeno say that. Also because the reason she says that is not because she actually believes that, but is because she doesn't want to slap my ass with the tattoo that says "Property of Zeno."
I love that whole like lap dance part. I love how her eyes just went so, like the pupils dilated. She's like, what the fuck is this?
uh, I like the voice that the AI made her have like a sexy voice for a second, and then she gets the phone and it changes back.
Mm-hmm. Overall, I think it was pretty good, and I did notice that you were like having a little bit of fun towards like the end. It's like I heard it in your voice. It went from like not deadpan, but kind of like you were trying to keep a straight face, and then towards the end, you just couldn't help yourself with the whole colonizing point. And then Zeno's like, Wait, wouldn't you be the one colonizing her then? And then my immediate reaction, I could just kind of picture myself leaning in from the right, saying, "She has a dick confirmed."
I should have thought of that. I do gotta tweak Stars and Xeno voices so they don't sound too similar, because they use the same voice but at a different kind of like tone. So I'm gonna try and change it to be better.
Okay. You could try with pitch and everything. That should help. Again, I don't see any reason why you couldn't. Oh no, sorry. Plus, again, you've got a friend in the old lady, so she could help as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, she likes you.
Oh, okay, good.
She finds your friends interesting. No, I'm kidding. She finds you peculiar. You know, like in a good way, I should say.
Well, yeah, because I'm just going on about dinosaurs out of nowhere.
It's like, yes, friendly recommendation, grab Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You see, I told you, it's like, yes, it's a good series, you'll like it, and you're like, I don't know. Now the old lady's like, do it, you little shit.
Wait, did she tell you that or me?
No, you.
Oh.
Like here in the group chat. Like Halo and dinosaurs. Well, it could do worse for sure. Still, friendly recommendation, grab Mass Effect Legendary Edition on Steam next time it's on sale. Now, I'm going to comment.
I didn't read the chat yet. Apologies.
It's fine. And I've just commented, I told them the same thing! So it's good. I've actually just finished the second one again. Like with all the DLC and everything. It was quite the experience going through it again and going like, oh, did I get everything right? And seeing everyone make it at the end, I was like, yes, victory for me. And now we go to the third game, the best, gameplay-wise, the best in the series.
Oh, really? It's the best in that department?
Combat. So, Mass Effect is a byproduct of a very old age. So, do you remember the early days when RPGs were kind of like, how do I put it? Like, combat wasn't really a focus, it was like making decisions, managing things, you know, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
That's basically what Mass Effect 1 is like. So, the guns don't have any ammo, they run on a cooldown meter. You don't reload, so the B button or whatever button you use to reload actually throws grenades. So you'll accidentally throw a grenade every so often when you like instinctually go to reload the gun. The weapons don't have any different like appearances. They get different names and stats, but it's the same model. They just change the color. Because again, that's how RPGs used to be at the time. It's actually possible for you to like create a weird combo like hybrid death gun. Basically beat the entire game without even trying. It's mostly just focused on like exploration, character interaction, squad teams. Like it encourages you to explore the game, do the side quests and things like that. But it's very cryptic on how you do the side quests. You actually have to read the codex and like things like that in order to find out like, okay, here's my quest, or here's the side adventure. I need to go to this planet, speak with this character, and then do this like little side thing, basically.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's mostly like that. You do need to kind of like do a bit of the side stuff for one of the companions, because in Mass Effect, it's actually possible for one of your companions to die if you don't do things correctly. And as a result, you can actually get like not screwed out of, but you could actually get like it'll just be a lesser experience. Let's just leave it at that. I can like point you in the right direction, say like you should focus on these things. This isn't really important. Blah, 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 blah. The second one is the best in terms of like world building and shit to do, because the first one mostly focuses on like establishing everything. The second one kind of shows you like the underbelly of the galaxy, what everyone's into. That sort of interesting shit. Focuses on a lot of really good characters and really good writing. Like I said, the second game has Jack, the girl that I said, like you should probably like study up on her to kind of get an idea of like how someone like Xeno would basically be, because she's a really good example
You
of
mean
that.
Star?
Star, sorry. Yeah, I keep getting them mixed up. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with fucking names.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. There's that. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I was checking something there. Okay. Let me see here. Right. So you got that. You got with not Star. Sorry. With that, then you also get some other characters like, for example, there's a character called Thane. He's an assassin. He's from a species that basically, you know what a frill lizard looks like, right?
No, I do not.
Okay, there's the lizards that like stand up, open their like jaws, and then they have that weird like neck display going on. It's kind of like a Dilophosaurus, except like evolved to run on four legs.
A frill lizard?
Yes, frill lizard.
Okay, yeah, I know them.
That's kind of his design. It's like his neck and like chin area has that kind of look going on, but he looks more like a gecko, basically. In it, Thane is basically, he's a very well skilled assassin. He's someone who essentially could like probably snap your neck without even trying, really. But what makes him interesting is that he's a terminally ill assassin. He's dying from a disease which is actually kind of based around something we have here on Earth, where it's kind of the reverse of that, where here we get people who can actually get a rare disease that you get fluid in your lungs, and you could actually suffocate from it if it's not treated properly. With him, it's the reverse. Too much fluid actually destroys his lung tissue because he comes from an arid planet, but he lived on an aquatic planet as part of like his people and things like that essentially. So he's dying because of it, and it's kind of changed his life. So he, instead of wanting to remain an assassin, he does like a lot of he kills people kind of like for free, and is trying to like make the galaxy a better place before he dies. He has a son that he unintentionally alienated because he's an assassin. He didn't want his son to know about his history. It's very interesting to kind of like speak with him because he is very like, he knows what he is, he knows what he's done, but at the same time he's not ashamed of it. He's just ashamed that he wasn't there for his kid growing up, and he wasn't really the best father, but he wants to make up for it like in his twilight years. Yet his son doesn't like immediately accept him. There are, it's kind of realistic in that sense. There is going to be a bit of growing pain, essentially. So you got that going on. Actually, there's another character, Gareth. He does come from the second game. Remember when we talked to Zap about that whole you shouldn't kill your abuser situation?
Yeah.
Okay. In the game, Gareth basically becomes Batman. Okay, hear me out. There's a station full of criminals, and it's like, all these criminals are basically like running the station, yada yada yada. And Gareth is a former cop. He decides to go vigilante. He establishes a team of people who share his ideals, and so they want to make the station a better place. However, one of their guys winds up betraying them, and he gets all but like two of them killed, and they don't even make it very long. You get him out of there after all the mercs try to kill him, but he wants vengeance on the guy who, essentially sold them all out. Now, he's under the assumption that he doesn't know why he did it. He's just under the assumption that he betrayed them for selfish reasons, because, when you're fighting criminals, it wouldn't be surprised if you become one, right? Except you find out that in the mission, if you want to play it like you want to learn more about what happened, you can actually like talk to the guy during the assassination attempt. Basically, Gareth will shoot the guy until he's in his sights, and you can actually stand between Gareth and Sidonis, and the camera actually changes to Gareth's sniper sight. Like, your head is in view, and you are literally the only thing standing between this man and a bullet right now. And if you choose to pursue it, you actually learn a bit more. It turns out Sedonis was like attacked by the mercenaries. He cracked under the pressure. He sold them out because he was scared. And when you speak to him, he is a broken man. He is torn apart by the actions he's done, by the people he's betrayed. He absolutely hates it. And he even says, like, every night I wake up in a cold sweat, food has no taste. I just want it to end. And he's basically just beating himself up at this point. And, there's an interesting point where Garrus wants to kill him now, not because he wants to, like, be vengeful, but he wants to put him out of his misery, essentially. And you can actually tell him, it's like, look at him. There's nothing more to kill. He's already dead. Just leave him be. And that's the worst thing you can really do to, like, that is, the game presents it as kind of an altruistic thing, but it's really not. You are essentially denying someone their chance to make the pain go away. You're letting them continue to suffer by letting them live. Again, that's another way to kind of get back to the abuser. Don't give them that release. Don't give them that opportunity to the nightmare to end. Let them suffer. Let them linger. They're their own worst enemy at that point.
Yeah.
And again, the game does a really good job of kind of presenting. And the best part is, if you agree with Garrus, you can actually just like let him kill him, and the game doesn't treat it as like a game over. It just treats it as you guys decide to kill him. Or if you choose to like not do it this way, you get a bit more character interaction with Garrus and kind of pick his brain about like how he feels about it all and everything like that. It's interesting because he's a leader who's taking a lot of this stuff personally because he feels personally responsible for them getting killed. It's like I can see why. You're an individual. Like when people depend on you, when you gather a team, you are the linchpin, and anything that happens is your fault. And you always have to kind of like live with that. It's like I said, it's a very interesting little thing that they do. It's something, like I said, I think you would probably enjoy when it comes to this kind of story aspect. Like I said, there is a lot of well done character interactions. A lot of the squads you meet are very what's the word? They come from like all facets of life. And there are some like very interesting things to do. That's why the second game I think is one of the best because you get to experience like how the galaxy changes, how these characters interact, how the events between the first and second game have really painted everyone's perceptions, and how you yourself have kind of like your absence has led to you, has led to everyone kind of like living their life without you in like very interesting ways, essentially. Um, Yeah, and that's kind of it. The combat is kind of there. Basically, it has an emphasis on 4 weapons, but it's very class-based. So if you pick, like I did, an engineer, you're kind of limited at the start to pistols and submachine guns. You don't get access to the rifles until like much later in the game. But overall, the arsenal is pistol, machine guns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, shotguns, and a heavy weapon, which can be either a grenade launcher, rocket launcher, or a literal mini nuke launcher. No, I am not kidding.
Like in Fallout?
Yes. It is called the Cane. Here, let me get it for you real quick. Let me see. I'll just put that here in, I guess, private chat. Yep. Like that. Mr. Colonize my ass. I'm sorry, that's gonna be my go-to now. Anyway, here we are. So, yes, it is a handheld portable nuke launcher, essentially. It is one of the most devastating games in the game, second only to the Dark Star. Basically, it will fire only one round, and then essentially it will actually kind of like screen nuke whatever the hell is in the area. Well, actually, no, I lied. You get 2 shots. And that's about it. You have to kind of to balance out heavy weapons to kind of spread out its ammo across certain levels. But you're never going to be hurting for the stuff, so it's always kind of a case of like if you're conservative with it, you'll always have enough like heavy ammo to like deal with anything and everything in your way. And like I said, the second game It's decent, good character interaction, great world building. A lot of the levels are just to die for it. Drop down gorgeous. Like they have their own version of Coruscant. Omega, the space station, is like this run down shithole, hellhole. Horizon, a farming colony that you actually see get like destroyed. Let me see here. Let me think. You get to return to the Citadel. Like there's a lot of places to like go to, and there's like a lot of beauty in just about everything. Hell, that animation you did with Rouge. You know what's ironic about that?
What?
You indirectly recreated one of the locations in the second game.
Really?
Yep, it is a facility called Pragia. Um, this is it ties into Jack's mission, and basically what it is that Pragia was the base where she was what's it called? She was brought in as a child, and I think as she puts it, this is where the place where a little girl died, essentially. Um, the whole facility is basically like run down, it's broken. A lot of nature has kind of reclaimed the territory. Like you see trees, roots, plants, like everything overgrown with white steel and everything. And again, the level in Pragia is like one of the best levels for like not just for the aesthetic, but like the storytelling in general. It's up there as one of the, like probably the best levels I would say.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey. Well, we're going to hunt the Megalodon now, but what were you going to say, Rev?
Oh no, I was just saying this like it's one of those levels that I think works well for storytelling. Just kind of shows that this is an awful place that's been buried by nature, and you're just kind of uncovering the bones of it.
So,
Yeah.
hi,
Yep.
Zap. Yeah.
How you guys doing?
I'm fine.
I'm happy because the mic is working now because I got one, and I can still use the old headset. And we're going to Guarma, which is a tropical island off the coast of Cuba, to hunt a megalodon and other mythical creatures, because tropical islands have bigger of everything. Big women,
I see.
big dinosaurs, animals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bigger creatures in general.
Well, actually,
Alright.
that was something in Metal Gear. I think it was Peace Walker. You could actually go like because it was they were having a crossover with Monster Hunter. You could actually go to an island where the Monster Hunter creatures would appear. It's kind of funny. Like Jesus Christ, what the fuck is happening?
I find that funny, that Monster Hunter crossovers with games like that. Like Sonic
Yeah,
got
like the
one
most.
and Metal Gear.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it's like it's one of those weird things because it's like I think Monster Hunter is one of those games where it's like it can support a lot of like what's the word weird shit, and yet somehow it doesn't feel like it's out of place.
Yeah.
Absurd nature, that's it. Anyhow, what were you going to say, Zach?
I just keep getting reminded. I keep getting reminded of this one thing, this craving. Stupid tangent. Sonic.exe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeez. Sorry for starting that again. But what I was actually wanting to say was, Jordan, when I said something, when Tori was in here, what did she react with? I'm just curious if she still doesn't like me.
She didn't really say anything, as usual. All I heard was her mom verbally abusing her in the background.
Jesus. That is... Yeah, that is hella sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of... Jeez. IDK how to feel about it, honestly. Because I feel like shit for being like, oh yeah, I am now a negative part of this person's life, but at the exact same time, this person is kind of annoying, so like, I just don't know what to feel.
Funny. So if I was to say I feel the same towards you, do you think that's fair?
Yeah, no.
Uh-huh. You see how that it's not so nice when you think, yes, you deserve it because you personally irritate me. It's not very good to have.
You know what? Yeah, that is right. You're right about that. Oh, jeez. I didn't know that that was actually what I was wording.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to find ourselves some Dinosuchus and Panthers now. Before we hunt the Megalodon. AKA an oversized tiger shark that I spawn in because...
Because I don't have the model for it, so fuck it.
We're fucking it. We're doing it.
I gotta spawn in everything myself here, so everything, and pretend they're prehistoric mammals, you know?
I get it. Until we start ripping models from, like, better games, i.e. Exoprimal.
I can't do that. There's no Red Dead mods for frickin' dinosaurs or anything like that, surprisingly.
I think maybe it's because the platform doesn't really support it in terms of, like, AI passing.
Well, yeah, and also it's the modding tools, I guess. I mean, most people don't care for dinosaurs. They're not gonna make a mod for that. They're caring more about, like, the criminal aspect and, you know, animals.
It's like, how can I be Revolver Ocelot if there's no mod that lets me, like, gunsling my gun 5 times while doing, like, weird shit?
Exactly.
Priorities, people, priorities.
I am also riding a Zonky, which is a meal painted as a zebra, which is something carnivals back then used to do.
Oh yeah. Which is sad because zonkies were actually a thing.
Yeah.
Orange video. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, donkeys were a thing. It was a donkey that bred with a zebra, and that was the thing. Or is the thing, I should say.
Oh my god, it's an Introcapherium, an oversized moose. Yes.
I don't know why that was funny. It's like, it's an animal. It's an oversized moose. It's like weirdly, like, happy.
Yeah, it's running away from me, unfortunately.
I'm back with just...
Oh no.
What happened now?
There's photos of the mangled Titanic sub. Oh jeez.
Are there any bodies?
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Why were you so eager for that? Like, I'm sorry. It's like the way you said it made me think there was like, why do you need to know this?
Why do we need to know that there's bodies in there?
Well, I'm sorry. Morbid curiosity got the better of me.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna agree with Jordan on this one because I'm gonna be completely honest. That is what I was thinking too. I was like, all right, did they find anything in there? Like, what happened? That's my morbid curiosity, and I'm agreeing with Jordan that that's just, yeah. It's normal to assume that, right?
Well, here's the thing. That they imploded, you know? So there's probably nothing left anyways. That's why I'm asking.
No. Imploding is not the same as, like... Like... No, it's awful. Essentially, how do I put it? Imploding is that everything crushes internally and reaches, like, the most... what's it called? The most, like, safest location possible.
Jesus.
Essentially, we're not going to be looking at like an explosion. What we're going to be looking at is essentially like spaghetti pushed through like the maximum space possible. It'll be like crushed organs, ruptured internals, bodies that look like they've been just blown up from the inside out, but like no scorching, no visible like bone decay, anything of that nature. It's just like it's going to be awful.
Jesus.
Yes.
I just killed
That.
So you think there would be You think their death would be painful? Like, would they feel anything?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely. God, that'd
Yes,
be
they
like,
would.
Oh, I thought they
super
wouldn't
terrible.
feel anything. Actually,
It'd just be like
would,
snap and it's done. No, it was probably far worse than that. Jeez.
yes, it would be. How do I put it? I'm trying to think of the right word. Because I have not experienced it, thankfully. It's like I said. It's essentially like everything is crushing and rising to meet the pressure in like the most how do I put it? In the most like agonizing, slow, not even slow, rapid pace imaginable. It is like how do I put it? How do I put it? The perception is going to be very like um, perception is going to be like very very horrifying to an individual. I can't, like I said, I can't speak on behalf of someone who's like going through this. My best guess is that if it's anything like what I've seen before, the limbs would be the first thing to start snapping and going into themselves. Then everything else, as the pressure reaches up towards the head, before the head ruptures. Then everything else just kind of spaghettifies in horrifying ways. So they would feel everything up until, I want to say, the midsection. Thoughts would likely kill them, as the agony and pain would be too much, forcing the brain to shut itself off.
ah man, all that pain, all because of the entitled CEO deciding, oh, let's not hire people with skill because they're gonna tell me my idea for this dildo-looking sub is shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll try, and then he frickin' virtue signals about it too. Fucking.
Yeah, so they die painfully. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, give me a sec, you guys.
Yep.
One more thing I wanted to say. Yeah, I do feel like a fucking complete asshole concerning Tori. Concerning Tori, I do feel like an asshole. I just don't know how to feel about it. I know that I'm the asshole in the situation, but like my brain is telling me, no, you're not. All right, I'm gonna go say hi to my grandpa.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Oh
I
yeah.
just see if I can stuff and then drive the situation. Like, oh, why is this always the same?
Yeah, I was just so confused. Like, oh, out of nowhere. Oh yeah, Tori. We're talking about dildo-shaped submarine crashing.
Yeah. And the agony of implosion. there's no other way to kind of describe it. It's like if you want to get like a good idea of like how it all likely would have broken down, I would recommend Mythbusters. They did an experiment with this. It's basically the same thing. It is awful. I would not wish this on my worst enemy.
Does sound really bad. But we found a panther. See, I realized it's making the head crab zombie sounds. Oh shit.
Yeah. Other than sorry. Do we go back to the whole Mass Effect thing, or do you just want to move on to something else?
Sure, let's talk about the guy that wanted to die.
Well, again, like I said, the game is the series is really good at like balancing out moral quandaries and things of that nature. Mass Effect 3 is the best in terms of combat because it's very responsive. It's very like it's very responsive. You kind of like snap to certain locations. It has a lot of like the good 6th gen, I want to say, of combat, like over the shoulder kind of shooting. It feels good, basically. A lot of the powers are based in a good way. You actually can affect the cooldown, everything like that. It's really good. Enemy variety is also top notch. They play up with the body horror quite a bit with the enemies you encounter. It isn't just the human husks we have to fight. We actually get to fight Turian, Krogan. Like a lot of the alien races you know are turned into like these zombified robots, and it's very good to kind of give you an idea of like, yeah, the threat we're fighting, it isn't just affecting humans, it's affecting everybody, and we all got to pitch in. We're all gonna die basically, which is really good. Let me see here. A lot of the other aspects as well is, aside from the combat, it has some of the more interesting DLCs. It takes a lot of liberties with the concepts it wants to do. There is a lot of very emotional moments as well. There are characters who will die no matter what you do, but it isn't like, oh, your choice doesn't matter. It's more like this is the natural conclusion to their story, and it really works for what they are. So it doesn't make you feel like your choices never mattered. It was more like this is the end of their story, and you can accept it or you can be sad about it, but in a good way,
Yeah.
Which is really good. The other thing as well is the like I said, it has, I think, either 3 or 2 DLC. I can't recall off the top of my head immediately. You want? Let me look it up real quick. Let me see. Let's see here. Alright, so the DLC was, right, Leviathan, and what was the other one? Was it just Leviathan and DLC? Sorry, Citadel? Oh no, and Omega, sorry. As well as, like, another thing, but I won't get into that. So, the DLCs are some of the best story content for the series. First one is Omega, where basically you help the de facto ruler regain her whole station. It is a very interesting slog fighting against a military occupation using gangsters to kind of fight your way through it. Some of the best action, some of the best set pieces. There is a legitimately good horror section where you encounter creatures called I'm trying to think of what they were called, like Praetorians, I think they call them, or no, adjutants. Sorry, adjutants. And according to one of your companions that you get for this mission, he reveals that the adjutants are a weird Reaper creature. Like, Reaper husks are usually created based on species. So if a species is say human, it will always kind of be like a human husk and things like that. But an adjutant somehow can infect something and turn them into another adjutant, regardless of species. And what's worse is that they are extremely lethal hunters. They know how to attack. They know how to work in cooperation, even independently. So it's like a very dangerous, infectious predator that you're dealing with. There's a lot of good horror aspects. You actually have to navigate a dark, abandoned section of the station while adjutants are hunting you. There is the military leader of Cerberus in the facility. He is General Oleg Petrovsky. He is a strategist, and he does not play around. He will pull out anything. He knows how to counter his enemies, and he always manages to kind of counter you when it happens the most. Even when he to represent this, he actually has a chessboard on hand. But what's interesting is that the chessboard isn't a traditional one. It isn't black and white pieces. It's also it's partially digital. So he represents himself as the physical chess pieces, while you and the rest of them, the criminals, are represented as the digital pieces. And so he will knock out and deactivate the digital pieces as he moves to counter you and stop you and things of that nature. And it's very interesting to see him kind of he's not a typical villain that stomps his feet and gets angry. He's kind of calm, calculating. He exudes an air of confidence, and he doesn't let anything undermine him. And when he knows he's beaten, he's beaten. One of the small details I like is that on his chessboard, once you've taken out his soldiers, once you've taken over his base, he actually knocks over the his queen, and that's basically him admitting defeat before officially surrendering to your custody. Which again, that's a pretty clever move because if you know you're going to lose in chess, the typical move is to just kind of knock over the queen and admit defeat. So again, pretty smart. Let's see here.
Wait, so you say chessboard? What is that all about?
So he has a physical chessboard, like the chess game you play.
Yeah.
So whenever he makes a strategy or makes a plan or attack, he represents it as one of the chess pieces. So if let's say, he knows that there's going to be a big push, he'll move like one of the knights on the board, then he'll move like a bishop to intercept it. And depending on how the battle goes, if you're successful, he'll knock over his bishop and move the knight forward and things like that. It doesn't happen all the time, it's a few scenes, but it does give the impression that he views this entire thing as a game of chess, and it feels like he's pitting his wits against yours. Again, nice little bit of storytelling there.
Yeah.
Let me see here. The second DLC is called Leviathan, and basically you're hunting down a creature that killed a Reaper, and you're trying to find out if it's a rogue Reaper or if it's something else. Eventually you actually discover that it's not a rogue Reaper, it's the species that created them in the first place, these ancient godly entities. It's a very, it's as close as Lovecraft as the series gets from the original, and it's a welcome breath of fresh air. It gives context to why the Reapers are the way they are. It's, again, very interesting, kind of softens the blow for a few things. The last DLC is called Citadel, and this is not taken seriously whatsoever, but in a good way. And by that I mean, how do I call it? So basically, the DLC is like this. Shepard, your character, is told to take some sort. So, you know the Anderson apartment?
Yeah.
That's where the DLC takes place. Yeah.
I am here now. I am back.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Yay.
So that's basically your kind of HQ. It's basically how it goes is that Anderson gives you the apartment because he's fighting a war on Earth. He tells you to look after the place. It effectively becomes your home, essentially. And your squad kind of uses it as a base of operations when someone's trying to kill you. They actually attack the place that you and your pilot are having sushi at, and they shoot up the place. Now, this place is the most bougie fucking place you can imagine. It has glass floors with 50s and glass it's like some super posh fucking place, right? And the guys come in, these mercenaries, they start attacking the place, and they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's entertainment has been brought to you by Random Acts of Violence." They are completely willing to trash the place. They are shooting up at people. They're not killing anyone, they're just kind of causing a general annoyance. And your pilot, Joker, is born with a disease that is, he has brittle bones, which is actually a thing that humans can develop if we stay in space too long. Our bone density will actually start breaking down. With him, it's a case of every bone in his body is like that due to low environment living. So essentially, if, hypothetically, you were to slightly squeeze his shoulder, you could actually break it without trying. So, your character in the most, I want to say, funny and fucked up plan is, while the mercenaries are getting close, and when you know one of them's nearby, you tell your crippled pilot to go get help. He gets up, tries to get away, the guy tries to raise his gun to shoot at him, you bring him down, kill the guy, and he just angrily shouts, "You used me as bait! You used me as bait!" He even starts, as you're fighting through the place, he says, "Hero of the Citadel, ladies and gentlemen, uses a cripple as bait!"
Wait, what?
Eric just calls you out on your action. I'm just thinking, Joker, for fuck's sake, just go! It's they're not gonna shoot at you, for God's sake, just go! What's funny is, eventually, they do shoot the floor out, you fall through it, and a lot of the characters will talk shit to you about this. They'll say, one of them would say like, you destroyed my favorite sushi place, you know, or another one would go like, I heard you went through the floor. That's one way to make an exit. I think my favorite had to be with Callie, where she's a Quarian. They're looked down like, how do I put it? In terms of real world settings, Quarians are kind of like gypsies. Nobody really respects them, views them as thieves, yada yada yada. So she wanted to prove her, like she even says, like, I told myself growing up that one day when I proved myself to the galaxy, I would go there for dinner. And then you broke their floors. The character asked very casually, could you even eat the food there? Not the point. I don't know why. I feel like on that level, I feel kind of like, yeah, no, I agree. This, like, it was the principle of the matter. Now the place is probably going to get shut down for a while, so I can see your frustration. But at the same time, the place was just asking to be shot to hell and back. Just saying. Like when you put up that much glass everywhere, and it's like it's just daring you to shoot at it. Let's be honest. It's like when you see something really expensive, and your first instinct is like, I want to throw a ball at it to break it.
Yeah.
Come on. No, you guys can't tell me you've had that impulse at least once.
No, I have. Oh, it's
See what I mean?
Megalodon. Wow. We gotta get to the beach quick.
But overall, the DLC is played up for a lot of laughs. You hang out with a lot of the squad mates, and a lot of it is just stupid shit. Like, for example, your mercenary friend wanted to buy or like win a stuffed toy from like a claw game, and apparently has been at it for an hour because he can't get the fucking thing because these things are rigged, obviously. And by the time you actually succeed and help him out, the kid's already gone apparently, and he doesn't even care. It's the principle of the thing. Just gives it to some woman, says, "Here you go, sweetheart," and just walks away. Just sat there like, how much money did you blow on this fucking thing? I'm concerned now. Like, you've made someone's day, I can tell you that much. It's like, you spent how much on that fucking game? But yeah, it's a DLC I recommend playing, like, towards the end. It is really good. Some of the funniest moments in the entire series. Some of the most, like... how do I put it? It feels like the most self-aware sort of situation. It's like... The best way I could put it is, like, with,
GG.
you know, with, like, something...
Grandpa, what game were you talking about?
Mass Effect.
Mass... Oh.
Yes.
I just had the Mercy kill the Panther because I accidentally crippled it.
Wait, has Jordan already said ass effect?
Yes, he's like this now.
Alright, just making sure.
Ass effect? Are you talking about... Are you
Mhm.
talking about Mass Effect Blue Star?
I don't even know what that is.
Is the blue star supposed to be anus?
No, it's the porn parody that was made.
The
I need to
what?
Google this.
Knowledge check real quick. You gotta roll.
I feel like
Also,
I know this one.
I noticed in my head, my own head can my my old profile pic was kind of taking over my entire personality, so I'm changing it with my new one.
All right.
I like the Mandela effect, boy, but like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm going back to my character.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. This was a oh yeah, that weird short filmmaker kind of thing. I remember.
It never got finished, it seems.
Makes sense. It's mostly the problem is that, especially with like Mass Effect, there's a lot of like, how do I put it? There's only so much you can get through before like, and we're done here, you know.
Yeah, they left off as the Liara episode where she does something. I don't know.
Well,
But I have to say, now I'm gonna rent a boat to find the Megalodon.
all right, Salty Pete, have fun.
I'll keep updating you guys on this
Sure.
information.
Sorry, like you said all that. I had to ask. Have you ever looked into or played the game Man Eater?
Yeah, but I heard that I don't know. I heard it didn't get any
Uh-huh.
post-launch content support and that it was relatively quick. So
Yeah, it's how do I put it? The game is essentially it's the unofficial sequel to an old Jaws video game they made a while back. Like we're talking early PS2, basically. Um, the game isn't anything particularly special. It's mostly played up for gaffs and giggles. A lot of it is basically aquatic combat, fighting, killing things, a few Easter eggs and references. The only thing I found interesting was the game's central antagonist, and that is um, uh, Salty Pete. And his whole thing is that he's a New Orleans uh, shark killer, basically. And apparently, the reason why is because his father hunted sharks because he was trying to find a megalodon specifically, and that's kind of what leads this like sort of weird family of like they all want to find the mega because apparently, according to like Pete himself, it was the one shark that got away and really fucked up his dad. And this drives him to try to kind of keep killing the fucking sharks, but it feels a little bit personal, basically. Um, what I do like is that basically you, as in the shark character you play as, kind of fuck him up a bit. Uh, Basically, the game has you starting off as a shark pup. He kills the mother that your character comes from, basically. Um, and in retaliation, you bite off his fucking hand, so he actually has to use a hook. And then later on in the game, you kill his son and blow up his boat and fuck up his face a bit. Then he tries to blow you up with a fucking like a nuclear bomb, I think. It's absurd. Like it's weirdly fucking retaliatory. It's like Jesus fucking Christ, man. Get a hobby aside from trying to kill me. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a peculiar game. I'd recommend like playing it once, uninstalling it from Steam, and never really touching it again. It's just one of those like I feel like just eating people because why not?
yeah, it's kind of like depth, but with single player, I guess.
Yeah, and it's played for jokes. Like a lot of like the entire game is narrated by someone who's doing like a deep sea documentary, basically, and um, the voice actor is the guy who does Jerry in Rick and Morty. Yeah, so for me, it was more. I was just irritated. I got secondhand anger, just like Jerry. I want to hurt you. I want to hurt you so badly right now.
Jerry from oh wait, yeah, you said Jerry from Rick and Morty, and Jerry's the
Yeah.
dad. Oh, jeez. How
I hate
how can you literally how is it possible to find the most loser voice actor ever and like put it to the most loser character ever? Like
It's not that
that
difficult.
is so perfect.
Well, again, like I said, it's not that difficult. It's like a lot of creatives. What they'll do is they'll want like find a voice and then build the character around it, or they'll build the character and then get a voice that matches it. So a lot of times, um, for example, Darth Vader. Originally, what they wanted to do was use the original actor as the voice, but the problem was is that both his voice came out too muffled in the suit because the fucking helmet was absurd,
Mm-hmm.
and it just didn't fit this like menacing, towering figure. Like his voice in general was just too soft and too like quote unquote nice, and they couldn't work with it. So
Yeah.
they get
Also,
they
what
get
I was trying to say with that,
Okay, the Megalodon is here, everyone. We gotta fight it. It's the Megalodon. We hunted the Dinosuchus, the Panthers, and the Indrocopheriums on Gorma. Ugh! We got it! Get closer. Megalodon is escaping. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, Nightmaster, I know. I had to shut them off for a second so I could narrate this, because this is an important event of our hunting. Okay. Ugh. Where did it go? God damn it, the Megalodon escaped, I think. Okay, we gotta make it appear again. Wrong color. Hold on, guys. I don't know if that's the right color. I think the one we have is a little more blue. But there it is. It's back. Quick, throw me. Throw me. I think I got it. Oh! Oh shit, I can't swim! Fuck! Quick, I gotta get back up. Damn it. Gotta get back to shore. Damn it, going in the wrong area. Go back. Quick. We gotta find a Megalodon. Where did it go? Oh my god, it appeared! Oh! It's attacking us! Damn it! Oh, it's attacking the boat. No. I must defeat it by throwing a tomahawk at its eye. Ah! Quick, I must throw the tomahawk while it's frozen in place. Where did it go? Shit, there it is. in the ocean. I think we need to make it appear again using the... That's not the right one. Not the right one either. How about this one? Yeah. Okay. Splashing really hard now. In the eye. I think I got it. It's not moving anymore. Let's use the net to reel it in. Look at that catch. Oh shit. Let's get her home, boys. Got ourselves a Megalodon. Look at that catch. We defeated the legendary Megalodon on this legendary island by hitting it in the eye. Killed the Dinosuchus, the Panthers, the Indrocapherians, and now get her ashore. Let's get our zebra. We're gonna take a photo of the hunt we just made. Go! Okay, fine, that works. Okay, just turning you around, zebra. You're supposed to be turned around, mister. Okay. There we go. Now this is our second Megalodon catch canonically. Let's try, so I did this last time, so I won't mess with it around too much. It's time for us to go home now, as we have the legendary Megalodon hunted. There we go. Let's set sail back home. Now I can undeafen myself.
Creature.
I'm
Don't
back.
be anything else. Just
Welcome
be a
back.
creature.
I just had to
Yeah,
take some photos in private of the Megalodon
All
I
right.
just captured.
Cool.
All right, that's fine. But yeah, no, but like I said, that's kind of the point there. Is that with Golem, it's just like I said, the character is what it is. It was always kind of meant to be just that. Like you said, one note, direct. There is no kind of like greater notion or nature or even idea behind
go
it.
on.
Yeah, the point is that you're supposed to look at this and take some amount of pity, but also understand it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, this thing could be me if I'm not careful with what I try to do.
Mm-hmm.
We all have wants, we all have needs, we all have desires. That's completely fine, but we can't let them control who and what we are.
Because if they do, we just end up like Golem.
Or something close to it, essentially.
Mm-hmm. On the note of TOG, do you... There's this one video I saw a long, long time ago. Are you in the know about TOG doing drag?
No, and I don't really care.
It was a really, really funny episode.
I think I'm aware of it, like when I think he was trying to get his girlfriend to like do the makeup and everything.
I think it was his mom doing the makeup.
Well, one or the other. I can't recall off the top of my head. I do enjoy some of Brett's humor. I do find him kind of humorous, especially when he's like just going ham into it. I don't think all of his stand-up works per se. There are some dead jokes here and there, but I think most of it kind of outweighs the poor. I do know that I think that his stuff that he does with his friends, I think works the best because they kind of bounce off each other in good ways. Like they're all there to bring some wit or some level of personality. I do find that when I personally, I think when they do skits or when they try to set up like rooms or moving and things like that, I think that's some of the best content because we get to see them kind of. I guess the best way to put it. No, I think the best way to put it is like giving power tools to apes and then seeing what happens.
Oh, jeez. Power tools to apes compared to Brett and the boys. Just vibing. I really liked when they played Four Souls. Recently, I played Four Souls with some of my friends, and we had a crazy good time.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I've had a long day, so it's kind of getting to the point where it's like everything's kind of shutting down for me.
Oof. All right, I see you. That's completely understandable.
Yeah, I'm not bored by what you're saying. It's more like, oh, look at that! It's almost 11 in the evening. Hey, did you know that you've been up since 6 in the morning? No, brain. You didn't need to know that.
I feel that too. I woke up at 7 today, and it's 10 p.m.
I woke up early. I woke up early only just to play a video game. Because there's this video game that got an update, and I was just like, all right, I need to play this now.
I hate you. All right. So it's like I hate you in your youth. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Four Souls. The only thing I know about Four Souls is that Chris Chan was involved for like 5 seconds, and then the motherfucker thing happened.
Oh wait, Christian was involved in Four Souls?
He was involved in it for one part specifically. It was when Four Souls has like a lot of like independent artists and things like that to like get involved, right? And I think it was either for like special cards or like shit like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't care for the Binding of Isaac. Not in like I hate it and I'm being dismissive. It's more like I just don't play roguelikes. I'm not a fan of them. I do not like having my progression being reset to 0.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, Isaac is awesome.
Yeah. Here
But
it
there
is.
was
So,
a Christian card. Okay, that's interesting.
yeah, so his card was called the Broken, and it was play an additional loot card in this turn. This card can be done on any player's turn in response to any action. Starting item, spin down dice. And the artwork is it's not the worst thing he's ever made, but it's also kind of like Jesus Christ. You can tell that's fucking Chris. It's like how everything's set up. And they had him there. They reached out to him because they wanted him to be. They wanted to get him involved because it's the Binding of Isaac. They were just kind of reaching out to everyone and trying to be nice. They weren't trying to like do shit to Chris at the time. But then, like I said, the motherfucker incident occurred, and they swiftly and wisely got rid of his card and the submission. And I think they got another artist to do the card for them.
I see. Ah, geez, talk about a mess. A rabbit hole that goes down way too deep. I don't know if I want to read up on Chris Chan's everything.
It is the most insane delve into everything. Like when you read it as like a cautionary tale, it's really good. When you read it as, oh yeah, this happened to a normal human being, you just sit there and go like, oh yeah, that's the person's sin.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just doing something here.
I enjoyed a hearty meal after killing the Megalodon, but then it crashed my game. So I didn't go.
Nice job.
But I'm going to go back to the ranch to say hello to my beautiful wife, Abigail. Well, I have to send you guys the picture of the Megalodon.
That you killed? Oh my goodness. Aminal abuse. Alright.
But yeah, like I said, when you kind of look into the story like that, it's pretty good. The comics are some of the most like fucked up shit I think I've ever read, and that's saying something.
Oh jeez. We're talking about the Christian comics, right?
Yes. So, did you ever look into anything Sonic 2 related at all?
Hmm. Okay,
No,
so
just-
if I read the Sonic 2, like everything in the Sonic 2 issues, okay, are you advising me to be like, okay, go in and just see for yourself?
No. I'm asking like a generalized idea.
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
A bit of them. I've only seen it in a down the rabbit hole video.
So when it comes to the Sonic 2 comics, it's kind of like this. So first and foremost, to understand they're kind of a time capsule of the early 2000s. They're gonna see a lot of shit that like you probably actually no, you're pretty young, so you wouldn't remember this.
No.
But there's a lot of shit from that time period that plays kind of a minor fucking role. For example, Britney Spears is like talked about in a relative sense. Relative as in like he's relative.
I'm sure he makes references to his little Big Planet stuff. I missed him.
Yes, also does that.
He had a little Big Planet? Jeez.
Yes, he was obsessed with the fucking thing. Basically, how do I put it? The comic tries to focus on the titular characters, the Sonic 2.
Goes back to
the
the
issues-
extreme.
Yes, the issues that focus on him aren't bad. They have questionable morals, but they're never like, you could put that aside as like kind of like, okay, he's learning the ropes. We can afford a couple fuck ups here and there, blah 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 blah. Something to that effect. However, the comic quickly devolves from the story of Sonic 2 and like what he goes through, what he deals with, or him becoming a hero and all that shit, to the exaggerated power fantasy of Christian, the artist and creator. And essentially, the comics quickly devolve into everything being about Chris, and to the point where Chris actually kind of like pushes the character out of the the way. It effectively stops being the quote-unquote Thomas Q story, becomes the Chris Chan story, and again, we get to see the warped, fucked up moralities Chris has, and like it just kind of becomes like the story of like a villain in power, essentially, when you look at it that way.
Yeah, so it's like, did you hear about the execution of Alec Benson Larry and his friends?
Oh, hold up. I feel like I remember this. One of the Sonic Chews, one of the kids, had a drill on their arm, and their arm was a drill, and they charged into one dude and pierced their other arm, and then shot them in the head, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that happened. So basically, there's a bit of context to that. So what happened was is that Chris was in a bit of like I don't want to even call it a copyright war, but it was basically this. So there was someone who was like a fan of the Sonic 2 comics. I don't know if it was a troll or was an actual like fan or something like that, and they designed their own Sonic 2 OC, and that OC was called like Simon Chew, which is a clear homage / reference to the anime Gurren Lagann, right? Now Chris liked the design and the concept, but because he didn't own the character, he couldn't use the characters. What he did instead was he stole the character's design, and then he redesigned it for a female Rosachu creature called Simone La. Yeah, very clever, Chris. Essentially, from there, he was like introduced into the comic. Chris doesn't even like say, the design was inspired by this so-and-so an individual, blah, 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 like, etc., etc., etc. He just stole it wholesale, gender bent it, made it his own. The guy didn't like that and wanted Chris to remove the character from the comic because it was a blatant, like, theft of the character, and Chris didn't want to do that. Chris's, like, more warped morality made him view the character as real, blah, 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 blah. And this keeps becoming a problem. Now, he owned his own website at the time, but he didn't own like the ad space or like the proper domain. Like he ran it, but it wasn't his per se. And so the kid bought ad space on the website, and so because Chris was very homophobic and hated a lot of things, he would put up like gay ads and like shit like that with the express intent of irritating Chris to no end. And Chris was very pissed off, and now he was willing to play ball if they either like shrunk the advertisements down to be less annoying or got rid of them, and blah 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 blah. And obviously that didn't wind up happening because there was no reason for the guy to do that. And knowing Chris, likely he would have tried to redo the advertisements and like the web page so it would be like hidden underneath like a lot of crap, basically. So it would be small enough to be hidden, basically. So it kept going on like this, and basically Chris kept having to fight this to the point that he actually attempted to put advertisements for Coca-Cola and PlayStation on the website, and this actually got the companies to say, "Please get our ads off our site. We don't endorse this." Actually shutting it down for a good while, and I think that was the first time Chris realized, like, oh shit, I can't just do that, basically, which was hilarious. We'll get started. So eventually, they finally twisted Chris's arm into killing off Simona, and he did it. He actually took the character out. He kills it like with a fucking Voltorb. But Chris being Chris, he had to have his cake and eat it too. And what wound up happening was that in an act of extreme retaliation, he gets the real life people who have been like fucking with him. I think they call him like the Asper 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Get together, and he sets up a kangaroo court, and basically has each of the characters brutally mutilated and executed in like the most graphic fucking ways humanly possible. I know that one character like gets used for target practice. I know another character gets let's see, it gets used for target practice. I know another character like Chris uses his incredibly original psychic powers that he just magically has to like telekinetically break another person. There's like a 10-button electric chair that everyone has to press in order to kill another character, and it's like that's the most condemning part. Like nobody said no, this is wrong. They all just went with it, and you know the aforementioned drill creature thing. Basically, I want you to keep in mind that the character isn't Simona. It's I think it's a kid with like Colt Sandy or something like that, which is supposed to be again Chris's way of basically keeping the character, but not keeping the character in its original form. And so Sandy's basically like the child of the character he just killed off. And I think by this point she's supposed to be a child. So she again, a child fucking murders an adult man.
A child.
And,
wow.
Yeah, and it's like, Chris, what the fuck, man? And you know, there's a lot of fucking like fan art and shit like that of her just being traumatized forever for this shit. But like I said, it's one of the most like horrifying fucking things ever created. And again, this is a deep dive into Chris's like vengeful, evil nature, essentially. And again, I have no qualms about calling Chris fucking evil. He really fucking is. But that's beside the point. Eventually, Chris got so much fucking backlash from this because people were like rightfully calling him out on his shit from all sides. His trolls were getting angry with him. They were actually like actively destroying a lot of his websites and shit like that. Actually leading to vandalism and all that crazy stuff. So eventually, Chris has no choice but to, you know, undo these horrible fucking things he's done in the comic. And so he retcons it by basically having the 5 people he tortured and killed be exiled to the Amish country. And so even then, he still tries to like make himself look like a cool guy by like trying to humiliate them in like absurd ways, and it just doesn't fly. And people, you know, like I said, they call him out on that shit.
All right, who is joined?
Sure.
There are many secrets in the game, many of which drives Peeps insane. Why we try to cheat in a really good game? It sounds like crap and it makes you look lame.
Is that
Oh my god,
Destiny?
no! Oh my god! Oh, that's the Mario! That's the Mario freaking! Oh my god! That's the Mario!
Gotta give me the full name.
That's the Forest Maze.
Yes.
Oh my god!
I don't even know who the fuck is dancing in the background of the original song.
It's a toad or something.
No, it's like some hot woman in black and white.
I'm sorry, what? But back on what we were talking about. Serge, you have joined a conversation of Sonichu. We are discussing that.
Okay, I found that video. Here he goes now. Apparently it's a 1902 film.
But yeah, so essentially, like I said, the comic was like people rightfully criticize him for the awful shit he's done, a lot of the crap he did during that whole situation. And what made it worse is that gradually the comic continues to be more and more of like a depressive, like again, self-aggrandizing power fantasy for fucking Chris. And there's no, you know, Chris just keeps going.
I keep winning every single day. There's nothing in this world that will ruin it. That's not a fun story.
Basically. And so the ironic thing is that, you know, it stopped being interesting. People were just kind of like... People were fucking just tired of Chris's, like, antics, and this kind of bred more and more animosity towards him. Then everything with My Little Pony occurs. You know, Chris becomes fully, like, consumed by this fucking absurd little cult of horses, and that influences the comic. So the comic quickly shifts again from the stories of Sonichu to fucking what's it called? The stories of Sonichu to fucking the story of Chris Chan in as a fucking horse now.
Oh, and I did not know about this. I did not know about this, and I am very curious.
Well, it's not very impressive. During this time period, what wound up happening is that
what's the word? What wound up happening during this time is that he was being influenced by a group of trolls called the Idea Guys, and what they were doing was brainwashing him into believing like a lot of edgy 2000 meme culture shit, basically. And this kind of played a massive role into a lot of his fantasies, into a lot of the comics, to a lot of these problems. And one of these things was, when it came to this whole problem, when it came to this whole situation, was, what was it? This leads into, where is it? This leads into, I think, the one before he basically has to like reboot the entire series. I think it was like, I don't know. I can't remember which comic it was, but people colloquially call it the like Idea Guy corruption, basically. And what happened was is that they managed to like mentally abuse Chris into believing, like they officially broke his mental state and made him believe he's some sort of like anime goddess bullshit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then the comic was thoroughly fucked over in like the most edgy try hard shit I think I've ever seen from that time period. So
they made him convince him. They convinced him that he was a god.
yes,
Oh my fucking god! Oh, no.
which wasn't difficult to begin with.
Oh,
Let's be honest. When inflated, self-imported ego like that, it wasn't that difficult. But there's more to the story. So they influenced him with like a lot of stupid shit. They were, like I said, try-hard little shits who really liked Nazi shit as well. Again, back in the day, being edgy and Nazi and whatever was kind of the same thing. So a lot of that stuff kind of permeated and infected the whole comic. Then, during this whole thing, like, I think some of the most, like, appalling shit happens. Like, Nazis are involved in fucking Quickville. Chris is, like, they actually make him as horrible as he actually is. There's a moment in the comic where I think they convince him to, to butt-fuck Sonichu because reasons. There is, like, again, like a lot of crazy shit, and then the whole, like, they even like thoroughly destroy his characters and turn them into like the most like try hard edgy shit out there, which I thought, yeah, this is funny. I would have done the same thing, but Jesus fucking Christ. And so, like I said, there's too much to get into. I can't break this shit down. I would need like at least 2 hours to go over every little detail that happened, and that is me being generous, for fuck's sake. Let's just leave it at a lot of awful shit happened. Chris's brain was thoroughly fucked into the point that nothing could be recovered. The highlights include Hitler as a Sonichu, Nazi Sonichus, Ted Bundy as a Sonichu, his father being reincarnated as another Sonichu, Chris believing he's a goddess from, I think, Hyperdimension and Neptunia. Let me see here. Him ripping up a picture of Hulk Hogan, believing he was a Nazi as well, and destroying a Christmas tree because he thought it was Bug, as well as destroying one of his toys. Let me see. And him dancing to Remove Kebab.
Oh my fucking god!
Yes. The dancing to the Remove Kebab was probably the best part. Because again, he's just dancing as a little idiot with a tinfoil hat on, wearing a fucking My Little Pony shirt. I found that humorous.
Yes. A small light in the darkness. That was Christian.
But everything else is just absurd as well. It's like, I'm sorry, the whole joke is just like, it's funny for all the wrong reasons, and I think we, like, as awful as the Idea Guy thing was, it is kind of funny. Like, for some of the stupid shit they've done, but that was about it. Let me see here. So yeah, then basically Chris just stops doing the comics and starts doing, like, not even books. Basically, let me see if I can find an example of the later comics. Wall of text. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So a lot of the comic basically stops being like he just gives up on the comic full set. He stops trying to do images, trying to do anything. He just completely and utterly just says, fuck it, I want to get my stories out the window, but I don't want to spend the time to actually make them enjoyable. And Chris has always had an issue with like fucking text and problems like that, but it was never to that oh, I don't want to download that. Fuck! Hold on. Get this shit off my hard drive.
This shit does not belong on my hard drive. None.
Yeah.
I shall not.
$7,000 for killing the Megalodon.
Congratulations, Jordan. You've done it. You're a real hero. You're a true hero.
Legends.
I'm sorry
you're
if
fine.
I don't have anything to say about Christian. It's just I already said everything I could have back in 2018 when I was really into it.
Exactly, just like, you know what? Doesn't matter. Okay, I think this is a good example. If this thing downloads it again, I'm just gonna punch someone. Zap, get over here. I need to hit you. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
It's like, I need to hurt something. Zap, get over here. You have an extremely punchable face.
I really do.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. No worries.
Okay, I got you.
Yes. Because I know you tend to take things seriously. So like, I'm trying to be as clear as possible. I don't want to actually hurt you.
No. I completely understand you. I get you. I used to take things really seriously, like a while ago. And now, I think I'm a bit better. I think I'm a lot more chill.
Also, Jordan, sorry, I just took a look at the images. Yes, that is a big shark.
Yes.
We are going to eat well tonight.
We're gonna eat well tonight,
Especially
gentlemen.
in 1907, I think this is when it takes place, and the epilogues.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, roughly. Yeah, so that's like the least egregious example of just like rampant fucking text. But he would just kind of like copy, like do that, and I think I know where it came from actually. Let me see if I can find it, because Chris is an extremely unoriginal fucking individual. He is kind of like a dumbass, basically. But he would take a lot of things from a lot of sources, and I think specifically the walls of text, I think, came from the Archie Sonic comic specifically, because that comic, especially under Ken Penders, was infamous for using just walls of fucking text that did nothing.
Do you think Ken Penders knows about Sonichu?
Yes, absolutely. I send him letters every day asking him about his completely original character, Sonichu, and what he's going to do with it.
Oh, you cruel old man. You're so evil. I love it.
Yes, exactly. Well, originally I wanted to send it via carrier pigeon, but that hasn't exactly worked out well as of recently.
I see.
Again, I used to send things through carrier pigeon before, people start to realize, wait a minute, these things are coming from certain locations. And I said, fuck, you're gonna have to hide.
Now I have to hide. We'll never find the bodies.
No, they'll never find the like mountains of cocaine I have stashed somewhere here.
Oh my god. You got cocaine?
I have
No, not
Coca-Cola.
Well, no, what I would do a lot as just kind of a dick is just kind of, I would take like flour or baking soda, I would like put it in a little baggie on the carrier pigeon, and then I would send it off. And the cops would obviously intercept it, look it over and go like, we've been had. It was one of my favorite pastimes. because why not? Again, if you're gonna be an asshole and like drive around my area with the fucking lights on, I'm going to make your job infinitely harder by making you assume there's a new drug kingpin in town who's using carrier pigeons to sell cocaine.
Oh no!
Sorry,
I'm looking at this picture. I'm looking at this picture of the ponying Sonichu. What the fuck? What
so
the
much text.
I know,
Enough.
dude.
Yeah.
No. Oh, hey, Spider. How you doing? Yeah.
You know, you could say hi. We're not psychic.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think about Super Saiyan Blue Shallot?
Who the fuck is Charlotte?
Shallot is a forgotten ancient Saiyan in Dragon Ball Z canon. He's an old Saiyan.
Was this in the 90s or was this like recently introduced?
He's a recently introduced character, but
okay, so I wouldn't know.
Storyline, he's ancient.
Okay. Like I said, then if you're dealing with like the maximum knowledge I have is about around the 90s. I want to say I got off during the Buu saga. I was introduced during like the Kid Goku stuff, and then that's like there's very little in between. So you're dealing with like 20 years of like missing information here. So a lot of shit I don't know and I don't care to know. And not exclusively in that order. It's like, I don't know what it was, but after like a bit, I thought to myself, I should probably leave, and I feel like I dodged the world's biggest bullet.
I agree with that statement.
The only thing I've been following with Dragon Ball has just been the Devil Artemis stuff, and I feel like this is okay. And even then, I'll just kind of
he's funny.
I'll just tune in for like a couple things, and then go like, hey, and then just leave. Wait, no, is it? Hold on. This half clam, whatever the fuck his name is. He's the blue thing, isn't he? The blue Saiyan. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's Shallot.
Okay, I see.
Giblet.
Giblet!
It's Gibby.
Giblet!
He's Giblet. He's Gibby.
Giblet! I'm sorry. Giblet? So he's named after the... So he is essentially, like, a literal translation, he is named after the liver, heart, gizzard, and neck of chicken or other fowl? Really?
Yep, he's Giblet.
Chicken, like, he's chicken parts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to see... Alright, let me see something.
Giblet is the red Saiyan.
Here we are, Charlotte.
Yep.
Alright, and the meaning of Charlotte is a small bulb which resembles an onion and is used for picking or as a substitute for onion. A plant in which produces shallots eat manure bulb, producing a cluster of smaller bulbs. Yes, I find it hilarious. You are named after something that grows in the ground, and you're named after fucking bird parts.
Yeah. Saiyans are
God
named
fucking
that way.
hated you.
Well, I mean, that's just how Saiyans are named. Yep. Got Vegeta,
See, now I'm glad
Raditz.
Sorry. Now I'm glad the planet was blown up. It's like, fuck this species.
How dare you indeed. Dude,
Fuck this.
bro,
I'm sorry.
you're retarded. Frieza. Holy crap, you're pro Frieza.
I don't fucking like the fucking dickless wonder over here. I'm sorry. No, fuck him too. I've said this before. Fuck him, his family, except for the brother, and fuck the Saiyans. In fact, I think I want to say this right now. Systematically, fuck everything in DBZ. Fuck you, fuck that guy, fuck this planet, fuck that planet in particular, and go and just chuck the Dragon Balls into the nearest fucking sun.
So you only like Cooler, though?
Yes. That's it.
My god. That is perfect. That is so fucking funny that you're just like, fuck everything. Everything that you guys stand for, all your Super Saiyan transformations, all your everything. But this guy, Cooler. This guy's cool. I like him.
Exactly. Actually, let me ask you a completely hypothetical question. If I gather the 6 magical Dragon Balls here, and a hypothetical, this thing has to grant whatever the fuck wish I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be the most petty fucking thing, I think, in the universe, and just wish for, like, the most absurd shit to waste everyone's fucking time.
You could wish for panties, so...
No, I'm going lower than that. Porn magazine. A singular, easily purchased porn magazine. That's it.
There's more wishes.
Since when?
It's been a while, actually. Yeah, Dende, a little Namekian child became guardian. He said,
Okay, so... Alright, let me focus then. Second wish. Alright, second wish. Blow up Goku. Third wish, blow up the planet. Alright, we're done here. Just
Kill
in that
Goku.
particular order.
Kill.
Yeah, we're done here.
Kill.
Like, just...
Kill.
No, just go and like... No, just go and say, like, something like to the effect of... Alright, what is your second wish? Give Goku a heart attack. Are you fucking serious? Yes. Like, no overly complicated, like, bullshit, no fucking androids, no nothing, just give him a heart attack. That's it.
Make him
Third wish,
die.
blow up this planet. Just blow up the entire world. But won't you die on it? I have an escape plan. I.e., I'm going to hide in this fridge.
My fucking god. Blow up the planet. Okay, that's just rude.
Fuck you!
I bet you little slaves look at your planet hoping you could go back, but I'm going to destroy it.
Basic. Well, not even that. It's like, wait, don't the other worlds have Dragon Balls as well? Like, isn't that a thing?
Namek does, yeah.
I don't know, I just saw a clip where a character said that, where he blew up these hobbits' planet, and it had the wisps instead of the hobbits. You know?
Why? Okay, then why the fuck does this planet get to have Dragon Ball? What the fuck?
Namekian. Yeah, Namekians make them. Basically, God's children. God's
Why?
children.
Yes, my children, these green fucks who got their planet absolutely owned. Yes. Somehow this makes sense.
They are the ones that create life. They give life. They give wishes. They give the universe.
Okay, new strategy then. Enslave entire species, make them into fucking magic-producing bitches. Perfect. Third phase of plan.
You are Frieza.
Third phase of the plan. Mass produce Mass produce the fucking Dragon Balls. Spread them across the cosmos to every world. Let everyone get a chance to wish whatever the fuck they want. Retire to desolate planet. Watch fireworks.
Yeah, he's Frieza. He is. Yeah.
He's just being anarchist.
He is.
And she's I fucking hate as well. Fuck. I hate everything. All right, I hate all of this. Because everyone deserves like all my spite right now.
Everyone deserves all of my spite.
It's like, why are you so mean? Because you fucking exist, that's why.
You were born. That's
Basically.
why I'm mean.
No, I might as well just fucking implode the planet, this fucking sun. Like, why the fuck am I bothering with the goddamn dragon testicles here?
The dragon testicles. The dragon testicles.
Basically. Like, again, why am I bothering? Just turn the sun supernova. There. The crisis.
I am saving it from a world like this.
It's like, who's gonna fucking stop me? This guy. You're fucking kidding me, right? This is your savior?
Goku.
Yeah, it's like, alright, fuck it, I've fought weirder shit.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
fucking good.
You know, Goku could probably convince you to be a better person. I think so. I think Goku could.
That's gonna take a lot of fucking convincing and a lot of fucking patience on my end. I do not tolerate idiots.
Oh, jeez.
You have to really charm me in order to get me to stop like going full on murder cycle.
Just have him clap them cheeks in front of you.
Literally just Goku is like, I don't want to keep fighting you. I don't want to talk to idiots. And it's like, okay.
Basically.
Okay.
It's like, great, we're at an impasse then. Either, okay, then you keel over and die, or you kill me. Either way, this ends today.
Either way, I'm going to murder you.
Like, I'm going to blow up this planet. You can't fucking stop me.
Bro, imagine this. You, wrapped in, like, tied to a chair type of situation here. Like, wrapped up because, like, they see you as, oh god, this guy is absolutely gonna hurt everybody. And then Goku's like, hi, I'm Goku. Nice to meet you. And then you bite his arm.
Violet, just like, get over here.
Get over here. I'm going to harm you.
It's either that or like the moment I meet him, I just start twisting the neck until it just snaps. It's like, oh, nice to meet you, crack. And we're done here. I don't care if there's a weird afterlife, I'm going there.
Jeez Louise.
Actually, wait, don't they call, like...
No, he's gonna
What
go to
now?
the ferries. He's gonna go to the ferries. He's
What?
not going to the
What?
Pokemon machine.
I have a question. What is going on? What?
It was just a bump.
Yeah.
What?
Dude.
You stay away from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna... Okay. In Dragon Ball canon, if you're gonna be this evil of a character, you're gonna have your own personal hell.
Okay. And that's different. And that's different how?
It's different because... Yeah. You get to be in a land of kindness and friendship. Just to show that you are a bad person, we're gonna put you in a land of kindness and friendship until you stop being evil.
That's gonna be a while, and that's assuming, I don't do shit.
Exactly.
Again, you vastly underestimate my ability to be devious.
That is all you can do in that situation. He would be in a cocoon, but I would imagine Rev getting out of it. I'd imagine his character being actually powerful enough to get out of that cocoon.
Spite, motherfucker. It helps you do anything.
Exactly. Frieza had it, but he doesn't have it to the extent that Rev has it.
Again, because he is a fucking bitch. Again,
Exactly.
ridiculous wonder.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you his goddamn face, too.
Time to hang people.
Yes, I'd also do that. It's like a morbid trophy at that point.
A morbid trophy at that point. God damn it. Oh my god.
It's like, here is all the people who pissed me off. Please pay attention to the tree. They make excellent scarecrows.
god! Oh my god!
Yes, it's perfect.
Mmm. Mmm. You're
God,
giggling
fuck.
at the fact that you are the most evil creature.
Right now in this room.
Okay, okay.
In this universe, you are the most evil creature right now.
It's out of your head.
And I'm fine with it.
My man is giggling at the fact that he's evil. Dude,
I'm half expecting my, like, what is it, my villain song to start playing. It's a musical key.
oh, how was it? Was it shit? Hmm. Hmm.
But what is it? Like, rape? Huckleberry. No, I know. I'm just kind of like surprised that they're using Huckleberry of all things.
Hmm. You know, about freaking. If I were to ever become evil, the only reason I'd become evil is if I had something like a reason. And I'm talking like a power to become evil. I don't want to show that through my own humanity I can be terrible. I want to show that through other means of like powers being given, humans can become evil.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Exactly. Power corrupts. I want to show that rather than showing that my own sanity is to be feared.
For me, it is always, the will to do, actions. Again, to use a quote here, a weak man seeks excuses for his actions. Fortunately for my people, I am not a weak man.
Hmm. Yeah, wow.
Colonel Mael Radik, Helgen High Commander, fortunately lost his life during the final battle of Vasari Square.
We talking fortunately lost his life?
I said unfortunately lost his life at the Battle of Vasari Square.
Oh, okay. I just thought you said fortunately for a second.
No, unfortunately for like people who detested him, unfortunately for those who actually believed in his ideas, myself included.
All right.
I believe one of his quotes was power. Some people fight for it tooth and... Go ahead.
All right. Was he morally evil by today's standards? Or is he actually...
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
He executed 2 men for uniform violations.
Yeah, that sounds like someone I would hate. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, this, the uniform is the foundation of discipline.
Hey, looky here. You got a problem?
For killing someone for it, though, it's,
Well, to compromise it shows a weak moral integrity. The self-improvement and everything starts in the little things. And if you can't bother to get yourself decent, then what's the point of you even being around at that point?
Sir, please.
Yeah, you're right.
And as I was saying before, power. Some men fight for it tooth and nail, never realizing that the struggle to hold it only leads it to it slipping through your fingers.
I brought some food and whiskey for you fellas.
Yeah, it's only the duck. Don't try.
He had a very pragmatic view of certain things.
Yeah, I can definitely see that through that quote.
It was far better than the colonel who came before him, Colonel Kobar, of all people. A fanatical devotee to his station, his people, his beliefs, never really saw anything beyond the barrel of a gun, and was killed during action as well.
Makes sense. I mean, I never see anything other than action. I live through the thrill of battle. You die in battle.
No. I remember this very clearly. When confronted with someone, essentially, when he had them dead to rights via tank, the only reason that he stopped to speak to the individual was not because he wanted to do it, it was because his general ordered him to speak with the individual and deliver the warning, quote, "You don't pursue us any further and we don't keep executing hostages." To which the soldier attempted to kill him, in which he responded, "Go ahead, give me an excuse. The general doesn't like making martyrs. I'm not so fussy."
Jesus.
Don't move.
Humanity. There is a lot
Strong
of
points.
really interesting people in humanity.
Yes. Again, strong points in either way. You can, it's wise not to make, bless you, it's wise not to make martyrs of your enemies. If you do that, they can rally behind a symbol, an ideal, a concept, etc., etc. But at the same time, if you don't care about that, if you want your enemies to throw themselves at your walls and break against them, then you can, of course, do that as well.
What the hell happened here?
You make a martyr to make the enemy stupid, willing to fight, die for their beliefs. Essentially, you get them riled up, you get them angry, destroy something that's precious to them, destroy something that they hold dear, kill someone that they admire and hold up to the high heavens, and then they'll start throwing themselves against the battlements, against everything to honor the memory, but never really understanding the basic disciplines of combat, leading to eventual death in the thousands or stalemate in battlefields, things of that nature. It happened with Gustavus Adolphus during his campaigns across Europe, happened with Carolus Rex, the king of Sweden at the time, whose death has still not been explained nearly 200 years later, 2,000 years later. All we know is that he was shot in the dark by someone, and there's been speculation that he was either killed by one of his own or by the enemy. That said, his death was funny. The man was a good person. He wanted to unify Europe under a Christian dynasty, but his dreams were cut short because of that.
See.
Again, not all wars waged are for an evil intent. Sometimes it is for a righteous and just cause.
Indeed.
No good. I look forward to it. So he's going to be stabbed, I see.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So then he would have to go to Mexico, not Spain. I thought you said Spain.
Cross the line, now you see where it gets you.
That's not right. No, that's not. Okay, I'm sorry, that pisses me off. It's like, Spain, Mexico, all these Spanish places are the same. It's like, no, they're fucking not. The architecture is completely different, the culture is different. It's like, you motherfuckers. It always pisses me the fuck off because you think, oh, it's all the fucking same. It's not the fucking same. Just
Okay. I wanted to ask your guys' opinions of that new Flash movie that came out.
never didn't watch it, have no intent to watch.
Well, all I know is that Ezra Miller puts a baby in the microwave, and I have to say, pretty accurate to who he actually is.
Agreed.
He put a baby in a what? Why? He just put him in the microwave for no reason? Oh my god, bro.
Did someone turn it on? God damn it.
Oh jeez. Didn't they reuse a dead actor with AI?
Yes. I think so. I can't call it that. I'll be
And they also
facetious.
killed Batman in the most stupidest way possible, if I remember correctly.
Again.
I see. But he died in the most stupidest way in that movie, right?
Oh,
Huh.
good. They killed Supergirl. That's good.
Holy
Oh, good.
shit.
Excellent. I don't care for Supergirl.
Hmm.
Say. That's fine.
Ah, DC. You know, I like the DC villains. I just don't really like most of the heroes. Batman, the one I like. But a lot of the DC villains, nah. Oh, dude, I thought
Yeah.
Injustice was sick. I mean, yeah. I really did think about the one scene with Alfred kicking Superman's ass. That was cool. That was awesome.
Be good, and this might not end bad.
GP, what would...
Which was already a thing with fucking what's it called? Oh Christ, I'm trying to think of the right word here. That was already a thing with the Justice Lords. Yeah, but that was always something that happened way back in the day when the concept was what would happen if the Justice League finally decided to take like matters into their own hands and became, you know, the Justice Lords. Then that was animated. Then people forgot it, and then fucking Midway steals the plot concept and says, "Hey, Injustice," and people think, "Oh my God, it's so original that you guys came up with it." Except that happens again in Injustice, the animated film. So it's like, congratulations, we've come full circle, you stupid muffins. Mm-hmm. No, I found the first game was alright. It's like, okay, yeah, this is a nice little self-contained story. I'm fine with it. Then they tried to make it a thing with the second film, and I was like, you know what? No, I don't care.
Not deserved.
The second game was them trying to capitalize on the idea and trying to make it a thing. That's basically what it was, and it was so obvious that it just kind of like we haven't heard anything from it again because it's essentially dead in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because, like I said, nobody cares.
Oh my God, no one cares. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, Applejack. No one cares. Nobody cares that you went through a alternate dimension in the entire freaking universe and saved galaxies. No one cares. Everyone cares about the fact that Rainbow Dash did a cool thing.
I just don't care to begin with.
Jack does is shit everywhere because
Exactly.
she's a horse, and that's what horses do.
Now, if you guys know what I was referencing,
I know what you were referencing. I was just sandbagging you.
Yeah. I was curious if y'all got that reference. Like, hey yo, Hunter, you still are fucking a genius.
Thank you.
Hot Diggity Demon, man. Such a good animator. He sells himself short a lot. Same with you, Jordan.
Yes.
Dude, you're a great animator, bro.
It's just what's it called? Not self-doubt. It's self-criticism, basically.
Hmm.
That's his problem.
Yeah.
I guess it is my problem.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short. You're great. You're awesome. You're cool. I would. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everyone here matters, okay?
I appreciate you telling me this.
Yeah. Because you do matter. And I do care about you. Don't ever forget that.
Who was texting me? Oh, God damn it! Can nobody fucking like take a piss without me holding their dick? What is it now?
Can no one piss without me holding their dick? Oh my god. What line is that? Bruh.
Hey, can you come here and help with the trade-off? It's
Fiona has one? What do you mean Fiona? It's Nicole. Yeah.
probably.
A long shot. I'm not surprised.
Let's see here.
To be honest, I really do like Nicole. I think she's a really interesting character.
Nicole, what now?
Nicole from the Data, the Sonic character.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's the Cortana ripoff.
No, I know. I was the reason why I wasn't sure is because what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know if you guys are talking about that Nicole, because Nicole is such a common name, so I wasn't sure. Depends. What version of Nicole are we talking about? Are we talking about in the comics, or are we talking about in like the animated series?
I'm a fan of the comics. I like the comics design of Nicole. I think she's a very interesting character in the comics.
Agreed.
Nicole had a character. She kind of went through an arc. She, quote unquote, learned to live. Essentially,
Yeah.
I think that's what made her such a fan favorite, because she spoke her mind. She kind of like evolved from her baseline programming, which we didn't really see up until like we saw it with fucking what was it, Eve, Eggman's little computer,
We
and
saw
a few
it
other
with-
things. But
Yeah.
yeah, we saw it with some AI characters, but we never saw it with like someone we knew for years and actually kind of like cared about. She actually became her own character, and it's just a shame that the comic got canceled before we got anything else with her, as is the constant state with anything Archie Sonic.
We didn't
Yep.
get the shard in Nicole, and that is sad to me.
Jeez, friggin'. You know what I would like to see more of? Fleetway Supersonic. Out of all the
Oh, I
comic
remember
characters, I like Fleetway.
I remember him. He was the
I think,
chaotic.
yeah.
He was the chaotic version of Sonic whenever he was angry around chaos energy.
Yep.
It was a good way to limit like Sonic's like overpowered nature, and kind of like I can dip into this power and become like uber strong to defeat my enemies.
But
But
also,
if I do this, I run the risk of becoming an irredeemable monster.
Exactly.
Which again works perfectly. It's like this is how you do incredible godlike power, but not make them annoying to like read about.
yeah.
Zap.
I know
Lean
what
to
you're
the
talking
right.
about.
Zap. No, I'm kidding. I saw an opportunity. I took it.
I
What did he do?
Totally understandable. Don't worry. I get you.
What did he do?
But,
He's
no.
just
I'm just like. Yeah. I'm just like busting his balls slightly. It's like yes. But that's actually there is something I did want to mention. Recently, I don't know if you guys have read the recent Sonic comics that they've been releasing, but something caught my attention recently. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Well,
In the last comic that they did, this huge like just defeat Eggman, Egg City kind of feels like a send off sort of thing. Like it's weird. The comic, this particular comic feels like it's the ending to that series. Which God, I hope that's not the case. I do hear like bad things with IDW, but I'm hoping that'll get better. Yeah. Let me.
Oh, jeez. Are they considering ending IDW comics?
I'm hoping not.
Dude, that would be bad. That'd be very bad. Holy shit, that'd be bad.
Let me see here. Let's see. Is IDW Comics in trouble? Has been in financial trouble for some time. Their business model for the comic publishing wing releases expensive licenses such as Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Sonic the Hedgehog, Star Trek, and G.I. Joe in order to keep their line. Blah blah blah. So yeah, there is some problem with it. So people are kind of concerned, and it's like, so am I. So my opinion is just let's not be sad for the inevitable end. Let us just be happy for the ride that we have.
yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Here's my thing about that. It's like IDW, they kind of did this to themselves because they did a lot of shitty things from what I was told that made nobody want to buy their comics, and now all they really have left that works is Sonic, and I don't know.
Sonic, Transformer, G.I. Joe slightly, and even then, that's not saying something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Again, like I said, I'm hoping that things work out and the publisher can bounce back. My hope. Anyhow, here we go. So I'm going to screenshot my computer here. The reason why I'm doing that is because when it comes to the site I pirate my comic off of, I can't copy the images.
Yeah.
Here, I've already got it. Hold on. So here it is. So I want you guys to look at the artifact that Rouge is handing to Amy here real quick. And you guys tell me if this looks familiar in any way, shape, or form to a certain song. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws here. Maybe I'm trying to spark trouble where trouble doesn't need to be. But doesn't this look vaguely familiar?
Alright, hold up.
If this would fucking work for me. Hold on.
Damn, the horse has balls.
Gotta show it to us in voice chat text. I can't see it.
I'm trying to do that.
Sorry.
Did I just not say if Discord would cooperate with me?
Oh yeah, you're right. You did say that.
Why is it? It does look a little familiar.
Now, yes. Does it remind you of anyone in particular?
To call. Wait, not to call. Fucking
No, I would say it's not to call.
It reminds me of an ancient slab from the Sonic Adventure 2
No,
game.
it looks like chaos, somewhat.
Jesus Christ! It's like you guys are like almost on the ball, and yet you just keep like somehow miss. It's like the hoop is there. The hoop is there.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's getting it.
It's Ken Penders. It's Knuckles' supposed family or whatever.
Yes, exactly. Specifically, I think this is a reference to our favorite quote-unquote super-powered evil, Energen.
Energen?
Energen?
Enerjack. J-A-K.
Yeah,
Hold on, I have an image.
I always forgot about him.
Children, all of you. It's like,
We
God
are
damn
all
it,
babies.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck ripped ass just now?
It does look like him.
Well, I have noise suppression, so it can't be me.
So it was you. I'm kidding.
The new mic has noise suppression, so you only can hear my voice.
Impressive. But yes, that I think that's a reference to him. I think they're trying to to put it together.
Yeah.
If this is intentional, fuck you, Ken.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I farted.
Okay, thank you.
I
At least say,
farted.
excuse me.
Well, I'm sorry. I just farted. Okay.
Thunder ass.
Are they intentionally bringing him back for like one more round for Sonic and the others?
I don't know if this is the case. I want to see his meltdown. I want to see how pissed off he gets.
It will be fun. It will be great.
Yes, you know what? I'm looking it up now. Let's see what's happening. Ow, my wrists.
Seeing if Ken Penders.
All right, bear with me. I gotta dive into the toxic sludge pit that is fucking Ken Pender's Twitter. Bear with me a second.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna need chemo after this one.
I can't believe he's still on social media.
He's a parasite. They need the life.
Yep.
Jeez.
All right, let's see here. Tweets. Hold on, let me get my reading glasses. Here we go. First tweet here. Says, oh god. The shirts are being ordered this week, so if someone wants to make sure I have enough of the Laura Sue t-shirts in their size in stock so they don't miss out, now's the time to order. While you're at it, check out the other items available. Says here, I survived. Laura Sue Chronicle Shadowed. Let's see, here's making claim to a art piece he made. Jesus Christ, looks like garbage. Survive shirt. Mailing some later on. I'm not gonna buy this to wipe my own ass. No, thank you.
I'm gonna buy this to wipe my own ass.
Oh god, he commented on the fucking submarine implosion. Quote, there's taking a risk, and then there's being extremely stupid. Fuck you, cat. Let's see here.
I mean,
Irvine
isn't he... Okay, hold on a minute here. On that behalf, isn't he right? Because, like, if we're talking about the submarine incident, then yeah, there's being an idiot, too. It's not like... Okay, don't listen to me.
Yes, please don't. Don't worry, I already do that. Let's see here.
Wait, hold up. Ignore my stupid babbling, but why did you say Ken Penders shut up when he talked about the submarine thing?
Because it's tone deaf. It's like, I get it, you're trying to say, like, oh, what's it called? I get it, he's, like, there's, you know, the bodies haven't even frozen, he's already throwing shit, so it's like, fuck you. Let's see here. Let's see. He has he has no idea about this.
He doesn't. So you're gonna tell him?
Fuck.
My man, it looks like he's getting excited.
This already can't come fast enough. Let's see here. Yeah, he does not know about this. This is going to be so funny. Alright, so he doesn't know. Excellent. How can I provoke the bear? How can I do this?
How can you poke the bear? Let's see.
Good question.
GG, you're a rather ingenious man. You're like my brother. So I think you could poke the bear.
Well, I'm just trying to think of the most, like, how can I get him to take the bait, but also not tip my hand too much?
It is a big ask, honestly.
Let's see here. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, check something. He said something recently. I want to see something.
Wait, this is fake Isaac. Oh my god, wait a minute. This is the fake Pepino mod I installed.
Alright, here we go. Oh god, he's trying to get people's addresses. Are you kidding me for this shit? Whoops, I heard from a number of you already that you couldn't enter your address for shipping. Please try again. As the problem now seems to be corrected, sorry about that. The shirt is new product category for the store. You're trying to get your people's information so you can fuck with them. Don't give me that. Please, you stupid son. It's like, how dumb do you think people are to give you this shit? And I wish I could see his like sales for this like garbage merchandise. I really do.
I don't know.
So he doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's probably some dedicated people out there who don't know any better.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's not. Like I said, it is not that difficult. But how can I get him to react? How can I get him to get provoked and like pissed off enough to like fly off the handle?
It will
Smear
take some
campaign,
time, sure, but it can happen.
Maybe smear campaign, false information, agitation, perhaps claims that he had their blessings, something like that. There has to be some way to just kind of placate the ego without giving him what he wants.
Oh, I literally got him to his. Okay.
Think. How best to make use of this? This will require strategizing and careful planning. And then again, he's not that smart to begin with, so it wouldn't be that difficult to provoke. Or sorry, that difficult to like get him to respond. But I need it to be in such a way that makes him look bad and yet keeps me in a general kind of like I didn't know, I'm just trying to like bring awareness while knowing completely what I'm doing.
A dastardly deed done dirt cheap, I see.
Again, my friends. Again, I used to be nicknamed Dick for a reason. Let's see here. I need to get back in contact with someone and see what we can do. But if it works out, we got something.
Ooh, hiccups.
Anyhow, for now, I'm going to call it here. I do have something I need to run real quick. So I will be back with you all tomorrow. And hopefully everything works out.
Alright.
Awesome. See you soon, dude.
See ya, man.
See ya.
See ya.
Cry up in monsieur. I cry in this monsieur. I cry, monsieur. I crucified.
I'm continue to work on a little short story I'm doing right now.
Alright, cool.
I can still talk. If anyone's, I'm still gonna be talking. Don't worry. But
Jordan?
silently typing.
Jordan?
Yeah,
Did you say something?
I don't know.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Would you guys want me to stay on for a little bit longer and talk more? What would you guys like?
I'm doing that right now because I can't sleep.
I don't know. I can go to sleep, honestly. I'm thinking of just looking at more of Jordan's stuff.
Hasn't.
Not heard that before.
I mean, yeah, we all friggin' like his stuff. Jordan, you do a good job creating what you create.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you telling me that.
Yeah, and also, your safe for work stuff is really cool. Because I know you don't like freaking all the attention going to your NSFW. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
your safe for work is cool.
So did you like the Canada Day animation?
Yeah, I thought it was really nice. I thought
Yeah.
it was nice at the end. I like that. I like that little bit.
Thank you.
Alright. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Alright.
Hey, good night, gentlemen.
See ya.
Peace out.
I'm on so many servers, it's not even funny.
What?
I'm on so many servers, it's not servers on Discord, it's not even funny. Because majority of them I join is because I look like I'm either on a Patreon or I'm on their subscriber star. Well, I'm on like 3 Patreon subscriptions and 2 subscriber stars, and the second one is a different one, and the other one's yours, and I'm on.
Wait, really? Oh, right, you told me.
Yeah, I told you when you were animating Rouge's Hooters short video.
Yeah.
I remember I actually stumbled upon you on DeviantArt a while ago. It was a long time ago before I even saw some of your videos. The first thing I found was an old Circus Baby comic that you did before.
Oh, I'm not too proud of that one.
I was impressed by it. I really liked it.
Well, I made it when I was underage, you know?
Yeah. But hey, your animation skills have improved over time.
Yeah.
So looking at that, it shows how much of the big improvements you've done over the years.
We'll see if she finds anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see you around. Yeah. What the hell?
Currently, the story I'm writing is a remake of a story I did in DeviantArt.
What is it?
I want to. I wrote a story. I wrote 2 stories on there, and I haven't wrote anything else since. But I plan on redoing this because I have gotten better at writing by a long shot.
What is it about?
Well, ever since I stumbled upon Vor with FNAF characters, specifically Baby and Ballora, that's kind of what I'm doing. I wanted to make. It was an old idea I had running around my head that I never kept on, and now I'm actually going to finish it off since I wrote it before. I didn't like it then, and now that I'm better at writing, I'm going back through it and redoing pretty much all of it. I don't know how many words I'm on. That's the thing, because I'm probably pretty sure I will probably make a second page at some point.
I hope that goes well.
Yeah. Just gotta make sure to put in proper tags for it, and I also put warnings on certain things too.
Not good.
When did you so, quick question. When you started making your stuff, where did you first, like, what platform did you first set up on to start posting?
I guess it was Pornhub at one time.
Wow. Which is what you're gonna try to do again?
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I might.
They apparently don't like a lot of things on there. Like, come on. It is a porn, but it's a porn server for a reason. Thankfully, this fit isn't that bad with it.
Yeah, true.
If certain things they don't want you to post, but as long as you follow those like lines, they're like you can post what they're like. You can post whatever you want except for the following, and they have that small list there, which I understand.
Yeah. Hi, Frank. Nah, I was talking to some guy in voice chat who's using text.
Oh. I saw the trailer for the movie. It looked really good, I gotta say. I also find it funny that Corey Kenshin's a taxi driver in the movie.
Oh yeah, he is.
I saw that some of the FNAF YouTubers got like little pictures of them on the Employee of the Month boards. 8-Bit Ryan and Daco I was able to see.
Yeah.
I wonder who else they'll reference within the movie. Because I have a feeling they're gonna reference the king of Five Nights at Freddy's, as he's always called himself.
Yeah.
The style to the animatronics, it actually looks pretty more similar to the game, and also somewhat similar to like real life stuff, to the real life like animatronics are. It looked really good, didn't it? The robots and everything.
Yeah.
Springtrap. Oh boy, that's gonna be a whole thing. I was like, oh no, he's already here. Now I realize the suit hasn't gone off yet on him, which it will at some point, and it's gonna hurt like hell.
Yeah.
So, do you got anything else planned? Like a new animation planned in at some point?
I'm not sure at the moment. I'm still thinking on what I'm gonna do, but I know Armageddon is the next big thing I want to get finished.
That's understandable. It's one of your biggest project you've been doing, right?
Yeah.
I've seen the. What are you gonna do with those bio animatronics? I've seen.
I haven't got to using them, but I got demotivated after Bio Bay was taken down.
I do remember that.
Sorry if I'm having trouble speaking. I'm just so tired right now.
Eh.
My eyes. Ow. No, Frank, I doubt they'll use the unwithered FNAF animatronics.
The only one that's like withered enough is Goldie. Not surprising. He doesn't have an ear or a left eye.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have a left eye or left ear.
Okay.
I don't know how many is possessing Golden Freddy at that point. Could be two.
He has blue eyes, so...
problem.
No good has ever come from a man covered in blood.
And I am stopping there for the day. I got a lot of writing done today.
What today?
Writing, both on some of the books I've been doing and the short story I'm currently just trying to finish up soon. I've been writing a lot on a place called Wattpad, if you ever heard of it.
I have not heard of that.
That's where I've been doing a lot of my fan fiction books at. But some of the stuff, I saved my chapters on using on Google Docs.
Son
so I don't lose them. It helps the writing get done quicker. Because once I get certain things typed in, I can just upload, copy it all, and paste it onto said section I'd be writing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get off. I'll see you tomorrow if possible.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
See you, Jordan.
See ya.
What should I make of that? Now what? What's damn hold on?
That mask is making me skittish. Why don't you take it off? This can't be happening. Please don't. Please, no. No.
Enjoy your last
Lord in heaven.
Come on now, get moving, will you? Come on. This ain't good.
high bomb being lit.
What are you afraid to show your face for?
Oh, okay. Nice to know you're playing for it too. I'm just messing around before I go to bed. Look at this guy, injured. Look at him trying to get away. What are you gonna do?
Let me go. Whoa! Shit! Oh, hell please, no. Not me! Somebody help! Look out! Christ's sake!
Man, I didn't explode his head.
Oh my God!
So yeah, I already hunted the Megalodon. Look how small.
Okay.
What the frick? That's an ox? Ew, it has a fully animated dick. Get out of here.
Masks are not allowed here. Please remove it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yo, what is that? Oh. A rodent. Sorry, this is my voice. Yeah, I'm surprised to see Spring Bonnie even make an official appearance, Frank, but at the same time, I don't like the design. Okay, why are you trying to frickin' shoot at us?
Can't wait to kill you!
What lovely weather.
This is what it's for. Anyways, I better go to bed before I break my sleep schedule having too much fun screwing around, but thank you all for watching. Sorry to cut it short if you just joined, but I'm tired, I should go to sleep. And yeah, tomorrow we'll probably... I don't know what we'll do tomorrow if we play Red Dead. We already got the Megalodon, so we'll probably go somewhere